Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
My name is Rod Jensen. I am the president and CEO of the Bank of Star Valley. I've had the great honor of holding that position for 26 years now. The best thing about working in a bank is helping people. It is the reason we exist. The local community bank went out of business, and a group of local citizens decided that Star Valley needed a community bank. They came together, we formed the bank with the focus of helping individuals, and that is what we get to do day in, day out.
Whether you're courtside or mat side this season, it's also tax season. This is your Miles CPA tax tip. Filing an extension on your taxes only gives you more time to file your tax return. It doesn't give you more time to pay. If you owe taxes and wait to pay until you file or until the extension deadline, the IRS can and will charge you interest and possibly penalties, starting from the original tax date of April 15th. So even with an extension, it's smart to estimate and pay what you owe on April 15th to avoid extra costs.
My name is Alex Finley. I'm the owner of Adventure Tire and Suspension in Afton. SVI Media has been great to work with, and they make everything easy to get set up with advertising. Right after we opened, they reached out to us and got us set up in no time. I think SVI is great for local businesses to get their marketing set up, and I look forward to working with them even more in the future.
To begin advertising your business, nonprofit, or event, visit svinews.com/advertising.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Battleson Brothers has new inventory on the way, so they need to clear out current stock to make room. Everything must go. In-stock LVP has been discounted to $1.99 to $2.99 per square foot. In-stock carpet is marked down to between $1.39 to $2.49 per square foot. Carpet and LVP remnants are also on sale for just 99 cents per square foot, located a block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
There's still time to get out and enjoy what winter has to offer in beautiful Alpine, Wyoming. Snowmobile in the backcountry with your own sled, or rent one from a local retailer. You could also enjoy the scenery on snowshoes or go cross-country skiing on our groomed trails. Maybe get out on the ice for some excellent fishing. And of course, stay a while with exceptional lodging and dining options. Enjoy the winter while you still can and book your stay in Alpine, Wyoming.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. The remodel of the hot tub at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton has been completed and is open for guests. Kodiak has also begun construction for a swimming pool and additional hot tub, which will open for guests only soon. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Senior night at Evanston High School, where the Red Devils host the Star Valley Braves tonight as we head into the final stretch of the regular season and round 2 of quad play inside the 4A Southwest District, this time at Evanston High School. Duke Nance and Dal Erickson here with you inside Evanston, where it's the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit gofirstbank.com. That is gofirstbank.com. Dallas Star Valley Lady Braves first, then you're going to have the boys team after that. Both teams are 3-0 after the first round of quad play and in the driver's seat heading into this weekend.
This is a huge game as far as Southwest Quadrant District is played. Play is concerned when it comes to Star Valley and Evanston. Whoever wins tonight, the Lady Braves can in essence put themselves in the driver's seat with 2 home games to go, or Evanston can even the series, and then you got to kind of wait and see. It's a big game, and it's just based on what they've done the last 2, 3, 4 seasons. It's probably going to come down to the last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter.
Of course, those of you watching, what you're seeing right now is the conclusion of the boys JV game, where Star Valley has a lead with 2:40 remaining in the fourth period, 48-38 in the JV game. Varsity girls will be on the way next. Varsity boys to follow that as part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off, where you're more than just an account number. Visit your local branches in Alpine and in Afton. On the way in our tip-off coverage, we'll have your Crimson Corner and the Roundup. We'll recap the rivalry, take a look at the Records Watch. Millie Kazare courtside again this evening as well, and that's ahead of the keys to the game, the national anthem, varsity roster, starters, and tip-off all on the way. This weekend for the Player Spotlight, I had the chance to catch up with Star Valley boys senior Cooper Lancaster and Star Valley Lady Braves senior Ambry Nelson. We'll hear from Cooper today, Ambry tomorrow, and it just so happened to work out that way, Dal. Of course, we know Cooper hit 1,000 points last week. He's a 4-year varsity player. Ambry Nelson's been getting significant varsity time since a sophomore. So between those two seniors, 7 years of varsity experience graduating in just a month.
Yeah, they're wrapping up really some illustrious careers as far as Star Valley High School basketball is concerned, and they want to go out on as high a note as they possibly can. But yeah, a lot of experience there. They've been around and seen a lot of things in conference play. Neither one of them will be surprised by the home court tonight. It's usually a great atmosphere here in Evanston.
It absolutely is, and the student section getting ready on the far side as we're about under 2 minutes away from the JV game, concluding with the Star Valley boys 50 and the Red Devils 39. We'll take a break here. When we come back, Cooper Lancaster, our Player Spotlight. That's on the way next, live from Evanston High on the SVI Sports Network.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Ever Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
In the American West, some properties are more than just land. They are legacies. Austin Callison and Andy Neild, licensed across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, specialize in marketing iconic Western properties, and their expertise is evident in the sale of the historic CK Ranch, spanning over 6,500 acres just south of Jackson, Wyoming. Trust the team that knows the land. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
The greatest cardiac need in Wyoming is simply access to cardiology specialty services as well as other specialty services. Patients don't have to travel an hour and a half or 2 hours.
We do cardiac cath procedures down there, which is the only cardiac cath lab in western Wyoming.
I think it's very personalized care. A lot of them are neighbors and friends.
I think it's really been a blessing for the community as well as all of western Wyoming.
Player spotlight in our first Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off on SVI. Star Valley High School senior Cooper Lancaster here with us. Well, Cooper, of course, we got to start with the milestone, man. 1,000 points. As you've reflected back on that and actually hitting that mark, what does that feel like for you?
I mean, it's awesome. Like, I had such a cool opportunity to play from a freshman through now, and just all the great coaches and teammates I've been able to play with. It's pretty special.
When you look back at Star Valley basketball history, I mean, as far as Dal and I know, you're the only boy to ever hit that 1,000 mark at Star Valley High School. What does that feel like?
I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I obviously was in a good spot, but I mean, I tried to work as hard as I could, and like a lot of that work paid off, and so it was cool to see work pay off.
Well, Cooper, you, as you mentioned, have been playing varsity basketball, even starting with your freshman year. And now here we are just 4 weeks away from your senior season ending. When you kind of reflect on that, what's been maybe some highlights for you, some of your favorite moments on the basketball floor?
I'd have to say, like, to start, all like the bus trips and stuff. Just that's been super fun. And then I'd say sophomore year, when I got to play with my brother all season, we won first round at state. That was a really cool feeling. And yeah, just all the memories we made. There's been a lot.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about what's up and coming for you. So, kind of a tough trip in Casper. What did you guys take away from those two games at Kelly and Natrona?
We learned that we need to pick up our defense a lot, and I think we need to be more aggressive, more confident in our shots, because I mean, we're obviously good shooters, so we just need to have confidence they're going to fall.
You guys back to quad play, still have a chance to kind of wrap up that #1 seed heading into the region, can get that wrapped up this weekend. What are you focusing on as you have Evanston and Riverton again?
I think just playing, like, not down to the competition, playing to our level, and getting ready for that first round of regionals, because obviously, like, all 4 teams on the other side are super good, so we can't have like a down few weeks. We have to continue to build and grow.
Cooper Lancaster, our player spotlight here on SVI. All right, Cooper, when you're not playing basketball, what else do you like to do?
I like the outdoors. I like to go fishing, hunting. I don't have much time in the winter, but when I do, I try a little bit of snowboarding and snowmobiling, but I like a lot of outdoor stuff.
Okay. Do you have a favorite resort to go snowboarding at?
Honestly, I just usually go to Coquille since it's so close. I don't have much time, but my favorite's probably Beaver. It's pretty nice.
Awesome. Favorite class in high school right now?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm going to have to say yoga. It's helping with my flexibility.
Wow, I didn't know you did that. Very cool. All right, least favorite class right now?
Ooh, I don't know. Some teachers get mad. I'd have to say English. It's pretty hard. We had a 1,200 word essay, just barely, not very fun.
Okay. And over the whole course of your career, Coach Lancaster's class is probably the worst, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Of course. Cooper Lancaster, our player spotlight here. Cooper, how about your favorite breakfast cereal?
Captain Crunch.
Easy. Favorite music?
Country.
Okay, and after high school, you got plans?
Yeah, I'm going to head on a mission in July, and then after that, we'll just see what happens.
And you've already know where you're going, right?
Yeah, I'm going to the Montevideo, Uruguay West mission.
Awesome. That's Cooper Lancaster, Player Spotlight on the SVI Sports Network.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
Technology in medicine is advancing all the time. Amazingly, Star Valley Health is keeping up with everywhere else. It provides people an opportunity to get care that is closer, but care that is the same or better quality. Our specialists are fellowship trained and board certified.
Doing care at Star Valley Health has made me feel like I've got a place at home that I can trust and rely on.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SVI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Live from Evanston High School, Star Valley basketball on Swift 98 and SVI Media with the SVI Sports Network. Under 9 minutes to go from tip-off time here inside Evanston High School, where the Lady Braves resume quad play. 3 games remain in the southwest of the regular season before the region tournament. Star Valley hoping to secure the #1 overall seed heading into the region tournament, which will take place first weekend of March right here inside this gym at Evanston High. Now let's take a look at our Crimson Corner as part of our countdown to tip-off coverage.
Well, it is a busy weekend in winter sports. You got track at the Simplot Games Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Girls wrestling, they started their regional tournament in Powell. The boys wrestling, they're wrestling right now in Riverton. It's a one-day regional. That'll be going into the late hours of the night. And then, of course, more basketball tomorrow as Star Valley is hosting Riverton. Tip-off times at 4:30 and 6 o'clock. That's a look at your Crimson Corner.
It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Some games of interest on the girls' schedule across the state of Wyoming. Here's the Sunrise Engineering Roundup.
Top rated East is at South. Kelly Walsh at Green River. That one could be very interesting. Battle of ranked teams. These are the WyoPreps.com rankings. Number 4 Central is at number 5 Laramie. Natrona County at Rock Springs. Sheridan at Campbell County. Looking at some matchups for tomorrow. Again, the Casper schools at number 2 Green River. Those are worth watching. Kelly Walsh at Rock Springs. Evanston will be up the canyon in Jackson. And, of course, the Lady Braves hosting Riverton tomorrow afternoon. That's a look at your Roundup, presented tonight by Sunrise Engineering.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. That is sunrise-eng.com. Lady Braves on the road tonight, taking on the Evanston Red Devils, and what is always a fun environment to play in. And we'll be right back after this. Under 7 minutes to go in the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I've been dancing since I was 3, and I love it. I used to get nervous going places by myself, but I don't get worried anymore. Dance has helped me be brave and confident, and I am even on Desi's dance performing team now. I love being with my friends, and I love my teachers.
To learn more about how you or your child could not only develop their dance skills, but also develop as a person, visit desi'sdance.com. Youth and adult classes are available. That's desi'sdance.com.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
The remodel of the hot tub at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton has been completed and is open for guests. Kodiak has also begun construction for a swimming pool and additional hot tub, which will open for guests only soon. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on.
Feeling overwhelmed by managing your finances? Simplify your life with First Bank of Wyoming. We offer a full range of banking services, all under one roof. From checking and savings accounts to loans, mortgages, and rewards credit cards, we've got you covered. Plus, our convenient online banking and top-notch mobile app put you in control of your finances anytime, anywhere. First Bank of Wyoming, the only stop you need for all your banking needs.
Tip-off is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Live from Evanston High School, 4.5 minutes away from tip-off time between the Star Valley Lady Braves and the Evanston Lady Red Devils. Duke Danson, Dal Erickson here with you in the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off, where you're more than just an account number. Visit your local branches in Alpine and in Afton. Now let's recap this forever-long rivalry between Evanston and Star Valley, presented by SVI News.
Yeah, this has been going along as long as the Lady Braves have had a team, going all the way back to 1977. Overall, the Lady Braves lead at 67-31. Here in Evanston, Star Valley with an advantage 29-13. The last time these two teams met, it came down to just the last couple of minutes. Lady Braves pulled away at the end for a 40-33 final in Afton. Looking at some of the trends, the Lady Braves have won the last 4 and 12 of the last 13. So things have definitely skewed Star Valley's way in recent history. That's a look at your rivalry, presented tonight by SVInews.com.
Visit the website, SVInews.com, for your print or e-edition subscription to the Star Valley Independent. That's SVInews.com. Cam Mackey coming off a big game last week where she sealed the win at Natrona from the free throw line, where the Lady Braves didn't shoot particularly well until right at the very end, and Cam hit a bunch of shots from this stripe to seal the victory.
You know, both of those games in Casper last weekend kind of showed what the strength of the Lady Braves is, and it's grit. It's heart. They don't give up even when the game doesn't go their way, and they'll need that tonight. It's going to be that kind of game. Going to be kind of a grinded-out game, I assume, here in Evanston. It usually is, and particularly this year, I think this game is going to be absolutely a rock fight between these two teams.
Last time the two teams got together in Afton, Star Valley came away with the win 40-33. Let's go down courtside to Millie Kazare. She had the chance to catch up with that man, Coach Cade Erickson, in his 7th year at the helm of Lady Braves basketball. Here's Millie with the Miles CPA courtside report.
When I asked him what he hopes to see in tonight's game against Evanston, the first thing Coach Erickson said was, the biggest thing is just coming out and playing well. You've got to take care of the ball, handle their physicality, and have a good first quarter. He said it's important to have that good momentum as regionals approach. If the Lady Braves come away with a win tonight, they earn the #1 seed, which could secure that top spot heading into regionals and give them the confidence heading into the regionals against one of the top teams in the West. He also said in practice speak, the Lady Braves focus heavily on defense, and he hopes to see that tonight. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you. Great report courtside with Millie Kazare and the Miles CPA courtside report in Afton and in Alpine. Get your best tax result possible with the help of Miles CPA. Now let's take a look at that records watching and heading into this game with the help of Star Valley Disposal.
Well, looking at it, Lady Braves coming in at 12-5, 3-0. Evanston at 10-9, 2-1. Scoring, you can see just how tight this potentially could be. Lady Braves 8th, Evanston is 6th. Rebounding-wise, the Devils with a little bit of an advantage there as well. Defense, these are both top 5 defenses. The Lady Braves top in 4A after last week, only giving up next to nothing in those games in Casper at 35.4. That is probably going to be one of the biggest issues tonight, is who can score against the other. And then look at the top scorers. Ambry Nelson leading the Lady Braves at 10.9, and Cassie Barker for the Lady Red Devils at 7.7. That's a look at your Records Watch, presented by Star Valley Disposal.
Residential, commercial, construction, and septic services. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com. That's StarValleyDisposal.com. Warm-ups are done. Lady Braves to their benches. We're under a minute to go before tip-off time. Let's keys to the game, presented by Star Valley Health.
Well, this is a huge one. Evanston's going to bring a press and probably a half-court trap against the Lady Braves. How Star Valley handles that is going to be a big part of this game. Points are going to be at a premium. We just talked about the defenses, and in a game like this, somebody strings together a couple of three-point baskets. That's going to have extra significance. And then the Lady Braves absolutely have to deny good post position on defense against these post players for Evanston. That's the strength of their team, and that's a look at the keys to the game presented tonight by Star Valley Health.
Offering the keys to your great health, compassionate care, every person, every time. Visit StarValleyHealth.org. That's it for the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit GoFirstBank.com. Star Valley and Evanston at Evanston High School tonight. Always a fantastic environment, a great student section here that is literally right on top of you along the railing across the court. Let's go down to the court for the national anthem, made possible by Hastings Ace Hardware.
We remind everybody that after the anthem is sung, please remain standing at attention until the flag is back safely in its home to the rafters. Our national anthem this evening will be performed by the Evanston High School Jazz Choir under the direction of the Black Road.
Let's meet today's players with the help of Mountain Star Products. Mountain Star Products, excavation, road building, gravel, sand, and more.
I'm so glad they came out and changed how we do that today.
That's the varsity roster presented by Mountain Star Products as the Lady Braves starting 5 being announced at Evanston High School.
And getting the starting nod tonight, you've got Morgan McGee, number 3. She's a junior. Number 4 is a senior, Cameron Mackey. Number 5, Ambry Nelson. She is a senior. A junior wearing number 22. This is Avery England. And a junior wearing number 12. That is Hudson Kleeman. The Lady Braves coached by Kate Erickson, assisted by David Kazer, assisted by Shaylin Hathaway and Alan Simpson.
Varsity roster in the starting 5 presented by Mountain Star Products. Stay tuned for details on an expanded retail department opening this spring, including full supplies for subcontractors and landscapers, located on Rocky Road in Afton. That is Mountain Star Products, with some exciting expansion retail-wise for them on Rocky Road in Afton. Now the starting 5 being announced here for the home Evanston Lady Red Devils. Number 2, a senior at 5.4 points per game. That's Emma Lonsway. Number 4, a senior at 4.5 points per game. That's Madison Brown. Wearing number 33, a junior at 7 point. Oh, they're going to say number 3. That's a senior, 1.1 points per game. That's Braylon Morrison. Number 42, a senior at 7.1 points per game. That's Emerson Fessler. And a senior, number 15 at 1.3 points per game is Dannon Kohler. Roy Barker, the head coach for the Evanston Lady Red Devils. 10-9 overall, 2-1 inside the Southwest. Evanston's 6th best offense in 4A at 45 points per game. 5th best defense at 39 points per game. Lady Braves counter with a 12-5 record, 3-0 inside the Southwest. 8th best offense in 4A at 41.3 points per game. And the number 1 defense, according to Wild Prep stats, 35.4 points per game allowed on average. That is the best in 4A girls basketball across the entire state of Wyoming.
And senior night, so some quick subs, Cassie Barker and Annalie West coming in. They obviously did that for senior night, but a couple of regular starters back in right after the ceremonial start.
Lady Braves in crimson, Lady Red Devils in white inside Evanston High School in front of a great crowd, and the official will step center court, blow the whistle, ball's in the air. We're underway with the Red Devils. Nope, that's actually Star Valley who gets the opening tip. A ricochet to Kleeman, quickly to Nelson, and we're running the offense in the half court. Star Valley Lady Braves working to the left side for those of you watching tonight on SVI. Here's Kleeman on the left side wing, bounce pass to the elbow. McGee double team there, clears it back out to McGee on the left and up top to Nelson to reset. 20 seconds in, and Hudson thought about a 3, but instead cross passed over to Mackey, threw her hands but collected on the perimeter. Then she's bumped, knocked down, and the ball loose, picked up by Evanston for the steal.
Not a good pass.
Red Devil basketball back the other way with Lonsway running the point. A lot of Evanston's points come down low. West with it, and you'll see why. She'll pivot and shoot, but misses it. Rebounded to Kleeman, and Star Valley gets a stop on the opening possession defensively.
Yeah, Annalie West really gave Star Valley trouble for the first 3 quarters of that matchup in Afton, and Star Valley's able to figure that out in the fourth as she got in some foul trouble.
Here's Kleeman, bounce down to England, gets stopped on the post, back out to Kleeman for 3 left corner off the rim, and no. Loose ball rebound, ricochets out of bounds, and almost saved by Evanston. Couldn't quite get there. Brown touches it. Star Valley basketball on their end.
So, Duke, you can see this zone for the Lady Devils. They got Fessler, Barker, and West. That's a lot of size underneath, especially when they're all down underneath. They're basically telling the Lady Braves, you're going to have to shoot from the outside or you're going to have to challenge our size.
England inbounds to Nelson up top. Defense is on her on the perimeter. Double team to the zone. Flicks it to McGee for 3. Right wing deflected and no good. Falls short off the deflection. Morrison will collect the ball. Flick to Lonsway, and she'll go left side. And now Brown will set things up on top. Here's Morrison. Right side to Lonsway. Defense is on her with Mackey. It's actually Nelson and bounces it back outside and around the arc. 6:24 to go in a scoreless first period. Still 0-0 in Evanston on the bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Lonsway makes a move, dribbled off her foot. Loose ball picked up by Brown. She'll goes in on the angle and off the square and in. A loose ball score for Lonsway, and the Devils on top first. Backcourt pressure being put on by the Devil defense, and they get a steal taken away by Fessler. Lonsway will run the half court. Under 6 to go, and it's 2-0 Evanston. Lady Braves in the man-to-man defensively. Nelson on the dribbler. That's Lonsway. Ball poked away by England. England has it. She's going to run down the court. Steal. Shot. No. Missed it on the left-hand layup in transition. Defense gets the rebound. Now Evanston quickly on the other end as they remain up 2-0, but turn it over on that side. Morrison travels on the perimeter, and it's Star Valley basketball.
You know, sometimes if you're not feeling super comfortable, I'm not saying Avery can't do this. it's sometimes the jump stop is better. Here's that last sequence with Madison Brown getting the layup for the Devils.
McGee across the half court, double teamed, and then back behind to Mackey. Zone defense continues to swarm the ball around the perimeter. England lost the ball out of bounds, had it on the left side key, couldn't hold it, and it's another turnover for the Braves offense.
Didn't work out that time, but I really like Star Valley going down low like that. You cannot be afraid of those post players. You need to attack them, make them work on that end of the court, maybe even get some of them in foul trouble.
Still 2-0, 5:13 to play in the first period. No fouls called on either team yet to this point in the game. It's Evanston basketball with the lead. They'll work around the perimeter. Right side corners, Fessler. Works left side wing to Morrison. Back to the baseline, and now Lonsway in the corner. Stops on the baseline and flicks up top to Fessler. She can't drive in, and back to the perimeter again. 4:50 to play now in the first period. A long possession for the Red Devils. Left corner is Brown. Ball tipped, but collected by Evanston. They'll keep possession with Fessler on the dribble. England is on her, hands off to Lonsway, dribbles into the lane, and there's going to be a foul on Star Valley. This will be on the shot, which was no good, and put Evanston to the free throw line for 2 attempts.
So one thing I've noticed here early on, the Lady Braves have led a couple of drives into the paint. One, Madison Brown scored. This time, Lonsway gets all the way in the paint, and the Lady Braves are out of position when they commit this foul. They got to stop the ball. You can't allow that type of penetration all night, or that's going to be a problem.
Free throw is good for Emma Lonsway on the front end of 2 to make it 3-0. 4:36 remaining in the first period.
Something else I'm sure the Devils remember from that game in Afton, they were abysmal at the free throw line. And so hitting that first one's probably feeling pretty good.
Second one no good, but a rebound tipped back out to Evanston, and they'll keep the possession. Feed to the left key. One-on-one defense. Kick it back out to the right side of the key. West goes up and scores. It's 5-0, Evanston on top. 4:20 to play in the first period. Backcourt pressure being put on by the Evanston defense. They're going to trap at the half court. Star Valley still back there with McGee. Good crossover dribble, double team, flick ahead to Nelson across the timeline. Now Mackey, good ball movement to Hudson. Shots up and scores. Beautiful ball movement to beat the press. Get it down to Kleeman for 2.
And the Lady Braves needed that. The way this game had started, Evanston had kind of getting their momentum going.
Evanston will miss one on the low key right side. Loose ball picked up by West on the perimeter. It's 5-2. Devils on top with the basketball. 3:50 to play in the first period. Emma Lonsway resets the offense, slowing down the tempo up top. Nelson's on her defensively, poked the ball away. Just going to force a travel call and give the ball to Star Valley.
You know, this is an element here that I thought the Lady Braves were going to have more of an advantage of in that game in Afton. And credit to Evanston, they handled the ball really well. But the backcourt pressure of the Star Valley guards, I think that is going to be a big part of this game as well, at least potentially.
Backcourt pressure continues for the Red Devils. As Star Valley inbounds to Mackey, now to Nelson, still behind the timeline. Fake the pass and dribbled across. Now gets foul. Nope, no foul. She throws the ball ahead to Hudson Kleeman, and it's off target because of the double team out of bounds.
Annalie West came over for that half-court trap, and might have even gotten a hand on a deflection there to kind of force that pass to not go where the Lady Braves wanted it.
3:27 to play in the first period. Still 5-2. Evanston on top of the basketball. One team foul on Star Valley. No team fouls on Evanston, with the Red Devils working around the outside. Mackey on the perimeter defensively, working against Violet Cook. Bounces it to the right side. Now right key. West spin, shoot, shot. Too strong off the back rim. No good from the inside cylinder. Rebounded by Mackey. She'll beat the press down the court up the right sideline. Now step back in the half-court offense. 3 minutes to go in the first period. Feeds it to Kleeman on the elbow. Back outside. 3 for All Red is too strong. No good. Rebounded by Evanston. Red Devils want to run. Lonsway stops on the elbow. Feeds into the corner. No shot there. Defense recovers. And now Evanston will work the outside. Flick up top to Fessler. Quickly down to West. One dribble shot, too strong, no good. Backside rebound offensively, and the putback is in. A board and a score for Evanston. That one going to Cassie Barker.
And that's what the Lady Braves, Hudson did a good job defensively, but you can't give up that extra shot.
Braves break the pressure. Nelson drives in and is fouled. This will be on the floor with 2:23 to play in the first. Devils leading by 5. And they pick up their first team foul of the period.
It's like Cassie Barker will pick up her first.
2 minutes, 23 seconds to play in the first period. Subs into the game. McGee comes back in as Livy Kleeman will sub in for the first time. Ruby Hill also out there, along with Allred and Nelson. As Allred has it, left to McGee, corner three, off the rim, no. And a rebound by Barker. Barker wants to run, pass out in front to Brown. Defense recovers, back up top is Lonsway. Lady Braves stay man-to-man as they trail 7-2 with 2 minutes to go. Feed to the right, key to Cook, spin, shoot, deflected, loose ball, chased down and picked up by Evanston on the sideline. They'll have it on the perimeter. Brown works left side to Lonsway. She'll step back, left wing three, short, no. Loose ball rebound picked up by Nelson. Lady Braves have the stop with 1:48 to play in the first, down 7-2. Crossover move by Nelson. Pulls up the jumper on the left post. Bouncing on the rim and hung on, no good. Rebound ricochet, still ricochets, under the rim and dug up by Brown of Evanston. Double team by the Lady Braves defense. Brown splits it and up ahead to Lonsway across the timeline. 1:30 to play in the first period. Feed down low, left key, Cook spins to the paint, kick up top. Three from Brown on the way, short, no. Rebounded by McGee. Star Valley basketball and a foul in the backcourt against Evanston with 1:21 to play in the first. Devils still lead 7-2.
Lady Braves doing a better job on those last two sequences, but Evanston getting to the loose balls on the rebounds. Right now it's 9-3 on the glass in favor of the Lady Devils.
Evanston still with backcourt pressure on the inbound. Deep to Mackey. She'll have it. Passes across the timeline to McGee. She's double teamed, pivots and bounces to Mackey. Feeds it left to Hill. Hill inside to Kleeman, who's fouled. Great ball movement again, and it results in a whistle against Evanston to put Livy Kleeman to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
And that in a nutshell is what the Lady Braves need to do for this game. They need to make that trap and the press pay off in your advantage by keeping that ball moving, drawing a foul. First personal on Braylon Morrison, third team foul. Kleeman's free throw is good.
Makes it 7-3 with one more attempt to go from the charity stripe. 1 minute, 11 seconds remaining in the first. Second attempt is short. Rebounded though by McGee. Dribble, putback is in. 7-5 after the missed offensive rebound score. 1 minute to go in the first. The Lady Braves cut it to 2.
The very uncommon three-point play.
Yes, the backwards variety, if you will. Off the missed free throw. 53 seconds to go. Left corner. Devils still up by 2. 3 team fouls on Evanston, just 1 on Star Valley as Cook drives, double team, and she's fouled. A blocking call against Star Valley. And they'll say this is on the floor, no shots.
They're going to get Morgan McGee for her first. Second team foul on the Lady Braves.
Brown will inbound baseline. 44.8 seconds to play in the first period. 3 team fouls for Evanston, but there's West on the inbound jumper from the free throw line. Swishes it in.
4 quick points, or 4 early points, I should say, for West.
Backcourt pressure knocks the ball loose, but McGee collects it. Hill with it in the left side corner. Double team there. Up to McGee and now right side to Mackey. Throws it in the lane, but it's batted around and stolen by Evanston. They'll have it on the run with 23 seconds to play in the period and a 4-point Devil lead. Left side, extra pass into the wing. Defense is there. No shot for Morrison. 16 seconds to go. Cross court right side tip. Cook collects it though. Goes to West. Right side key and back to the perimeter. 10 seconds to go. Lady Braves on defense, trying to keep it to a 4-point game. Clock down to 6, now 5. Brown dribbles, has the screen, goes in, and is fouled with 3 seconds to go. I guess you don't really mind that because it's just the third team foul, and it's going to be on the floor, so no shots.
Only bad thing is it's going to be foul number 2 on Morgan McGee. Avery England will check in for her for the last 3 seconds of the quarter.
Evanston will inbound with 3 seconds on the clock. Late first period, they lob to West, catch, dribble, lost the dribble, and taken away by Star Valley. It was a steal for Kira Allred as the buzzer was sounding, so Evanston can't get off the shot. And we go to the second period. Evanston 9, Star Valley 5 from Uinta County, live on the SVI Sports Network.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
This is Keith Kelly, voice of the Wyoming Cowboys, and you're watching the Star Valley Braves on the SVI Sports Network.
Second period underway at Evanston High School. Lady Braves trailing the Devils. Star Valley is on defense as Evanston quickly goes down low with a 4-point lead. Barker mishandles it but collects, kicks back outside. Fessler for three is good, and it's a 12-5 lead now for Evanston. They'll get the triple to open up the period. Evanston defense continues to swarm the ball at the half court, knocked out of bounds, stays with Star Valley at the timeline.
Well, obviously, making a three-pointer is a big deal in a low-scoring game, but right now this game's going to be won or lost with how Star Valley's handling the press, and right now it's been kind of a mixed bag.
Here's Nelson. Tries the angle drive, lost it, but collected to England. Up top to Hudson Kleeman. Great pass to Livy. Livy can't hit, but gets the rebound. Misses the putback there. Still fight for the rebound, and West comes down with it. It was a great pass from Hudson to Livy, but just not able to get points out of it in the paint.
Boy, exactly what they wanted. Got the shot, just couldn't get it to drop.
7:08 to go in the second period. Still a 7-point lead. Then Livy has a steal on the other end. Jumps in front of West. Loose ball picked up by Mackey on the run. Crossover move across the timeline. Then she's fouled from behind with Barker trying to reach in and get the ball. That'll stop the clock at 7 minutes to go in Star Valley possession.
And if I'm the coaching staff, that is not the kind of foul I want from Cassie Barker. Here's the triple from Fessler on a replay. That's foul number 2 on Barker, and she's probably your best low post player. For her to draw that coming up the floor from behind, that's not what you want.
Kleeman left corner, passes up top to Nelson, makes a move, drives, double teamed on the free throw line, and they're going to say she pushed off.
And she did, Duke, but boy, they're hanging on her arm, and she was trying to clear some space, but they got out Ambry with the retaliation, I guess. So that's her second. So Barker 2 for the Devils, but 2 on McGee and 2 on Nelson for Star Valley.
6:45 to play in the second period. Lady Red Devils still with a 7-point lead, up 12-5 at Evanston High. Drive in, kick out, no shot, continue to pass around the arc. Now a 3 from Lonsway's in.
Wow.
A little off center, a little, if you will, off balance anyway, but it still drops.
Fading away.
Makes it a 10-point Evanston lead. The Lady Red Devils all over the ball at the half-court line. Forces a bad pass, and we'll have a jump ball. Right now, Star Valley, you mentioned, Al, has been a mixed bag against the press. Sometimes Star Valley's look great. Other times it's looked like that.
She had her feet set better than I thought there for Lonsways, but yeah, the Devils so far 2 of 4 from 3. Jump ball possession went to Star Valley.
Mackey drives and off the square, but no good off target. Nelson fights for the rebound. Jump ball is called, and it's Evanston possession, still with a 10-point Lady Red Devil advantage.
What it's doing, though, is when the Lady Braves aren't breaking the press to get that high-quality shot, they're not even getting a shot. They're getting stuck at midcourt, and right now, the press right now, Evanston really paying off for them.
6 minutes to go in the second period. Evanston to the right side with Lonsway. Double team, kick, and it's stolen. Taken away by Foster on the run. Defense recovers, bounces to England, drives in the lane, tough shot, but missed it, and then Foster can't hold on to the rebound, but she's going to be pushed out of bounds, and so that's a foul on Evanston with 5 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the second.
And don't mean to harp on this, but sometimes the Lady Braves are guilty of too many bounce passes. Doesn't always have to be a bounce pass.
England will inbound baseline, up top to Mackey, through her hands and out of bounds. Too high of a pass. And just couldn't connect, and that's a turnover on the inbound play.
To me, that's one of those situations where Evanston's kind of caused Star Valley to be a little bit anxious right now with that press and the trap. And even right there, kind of rushing things. Star Valley needs to settle in, but that's going to start on the defensive end.
Ruby Hill on defense right now as Fessler takes the dribble across the half court, feeds to West, right key, one-on-one. Good defense, forces the bad bounce pass on the Evanston side, taken away by Nelson. Ambry dribbles away from the defense and across the timeline, and she's fouled from behind again. That's the third team foul on Evanston with 5 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the second.
That's going to go against Lonsway. Duke, you talked in the pregame about all the varsity experience Ambry Nelson had. There's a great example of it. She's bringing the ball up the court. She swayed right into Lonsway, kind of baited her into reaching from behind and picking up that foul.
Lonsway subs out with her second personal. Star Valley with the basketball, in need of a basket to fall. Had some shots but haven't hit them, with a 10-point deficit now, 5:13 to go before halftime. Nelson fakes right, dribbles left, goes to Mackey and quickly to Hill. Ruby on the left side wing and up top and quickly around the arc. Back to Hudson Kleeman. She'll take one dribble pass to Nelson. She's on top of the key with under 5 minutes to go in the second. Double teamed again there. Finds Foster. Down low to Hill behind the defense. Dribble shot and missed it.
Oh my goodness.
Wide open and missed it. And then a foul on Star Valley. And there's been a handful of those in the game.
That's the third one, absolutely. The Lady Braves have done all the work, gotten the open shot, and then just couldn't put it in the hoop.
And they may call this on Evanston. I thought initially it was Star Valley, but they're going to call it against the Red Devils.
Yeah, they're going to say against Kinley Robinette.
Coach Barker has the hands on the back of his head wondering what that was about. Timeout taken on the court. We'll take it as well. Full timeout on the SBI Sports Network.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
My name is Rod Jensen. I am the president and CEO of the Bank of Star Valley. I've had the great honor of holding that position for 26 years now. The best thing about working in a bank is helping people. It is the reason we exist. The local community bank went out of business, and a group of local citizens decided that Star Valley needed a community bank. They came together, we formed the bank with the focus of helping individuals, and that is what we get to do day in, day out.
Here's more from Duke and Dow with live coverage of Star Valley Braves basketball on the SBI Sports Network.
After the Evanston timeout, Star Valley basketball, fourth team foul on Evanston before the timeout was called. Star Valley basketball just needs some shots to go in right now. Nelson puts up a shot on the elbow. There it is. That one hit the back cylinder and drops in for two. Makes it 15-7.
Good job, Duke. Do that again.
You're welcome. I will if Ambry will. 4:23 to play in the second. Ambry, good defense across the half court against Brown. Lady Braves pressuring the ball in the front court. Nelson staying right with Brown and forces the pass to Fessler. Mackey picks her up, works it over to the right side to Kohler, and around the arc go the Red Devils. Left side corner, Fessler dribbles up top and throws it over the head by Kohler, but she collected it off her fingertips. Under 4 minutes to go before halftime. Screen set for Fessler, drive shot, bounces on the rim, hung on it, no good. Rebounded by Foster. Star Valley basketball. Hill across the timeline, stops, dribbles right, picks up the dribble, the handoff to Nelson. Now left, Foster three, corner, good! Ari Foster, the Star Valley Orthodontics triple to pull the Lady Braves to within 5.
And this girls team for Star Valley, we know they're not going to give up. They had a little bit of a hole to dig their way out of, and they've cut it in half now. 14 fouls on Evanston, so the next one puts Star Valley in the bonus, just one on the Lady Braves. 3:22 to play in the second period. Here's a dribble drive, kick to the outside again. With it is Kohler, and around the arc. Left wing Brown goes angled, double team, and traveled. Back to Star Valley with 3:15 to go in the second. McGee subs back in. She picked up her second personal foul just before the end of the first period. So she's back in with 2 with 3:12 to go before halftime. McGee has it now, double team, back to Nelson. Defense forces the pass to Foster. Hill on the free throw line. Kick out, back to Foster. Another three right wing. That one's deflected, but rebounded by McGee, who's fouled on the putback, and the bucket is in. Morgan collects the air ball after the deflection, goes right up with it, pushed to the back and to the line for the and one. Offensive boards been big for both teams so far. Lady Braves have gotten the last couple. and it certainly helped them out as they try and cut this to a 2-point game. Lady Braves 1 of 2 from the line so far. McGee will get 1 here to try and complete the 3-point play. Too strong.
Lady Braves right now on a 7-0 run. They trail 15-12. Evanston collects the rebound off the free throw miss, and then a bad pass on Evanston, saved by McGee before it goes out of bounds. It must have been touched by Star Valley because McGee didn't just let that go. She tried to save it, steps out of bounds, and it's going to be Evanston basketball.
Good hustle from Morgan. West was trying that cross-court pass. Yeah, there you can see toe on the line. Good camera work.
Here's an inbound play to Lonsway. Wants to drive, stops on the free throw line. Great defense by Nelson, stays right with Lonsway. Tries to lob to West, over her head and out of bounds.
That's a great job. You touched on it, but Ambry cutting off Lonsway, who was getting some penetration in this game early, and then that time forced just a really tight pass, and odds in Star Valley's favor on that one.
Just a 3-point game now after Evanston led by 10. 2:38 to go in the second period. Foster double team backcourt, goes to Nelson, dribbles across the timeline, now passes to McGee. McGee has her pass tipped and knocked out of bounds, stays with Star Valley. West last to connect with it, and it's Lady Braves basketball, 2:28 before half.
You can see on that Fall River propane replay, West last one to touch it.
Lady Braves around the outside in the bonus with 2:18 before half. McGee tries to drive but shut down. Works to Nelson, holds it high. Kick out to Hill. Ruby spins, jumper below the lane, below the free throw line, and she's fouled. That puts her to the Riverside Dental free throw line with 2:07 to go in the second.
I credit Ruby here for staying aggressive. Gets the ball back and draws a foul here as they got her on the wrist. They're going to whistle that on Madison Brown, her first. Free throws away and good.
Cuts the lead to 2 as Mackey subs back in. Nelson will sub out. So you have Mackey and Foster in the back right now with Hill on the free throw line. Hudson Kleeman and Morgan McGee on the post as a free throw halfway down and no good. Got 1 of 2, and it's a 2-point game. Evanston collects the ball across half court. Lonsway back in. She'll try and drive the angle. Gets in the lane and throws the ball into the hands of Hudson Kleeman, and she will be fouled.
Yeah.
And this is going to go against West, and it will put Hudson Kleeman to the free throw line on the other end.
West was going for the tie-up, but she didn't get to the ball and ends up kind of getting into the body here of Hudson Kleeman, who already had the ball. So she'll be whistled for her first, as you mentioned, but 15 foul. And the Lady Braves can tie this game up on 2 free throws here from Hudson Kleeman. They're on an 8-0 run right now. They trailed 15-5 at one point in this quarter.
From the Riverside Dental free throw line, 1:54 before half, as the free throw is too strong and no good. Hudson will have another.
Lady Braves 2 of 6 from the line so far. Let's see if Hudson can start to stop that bleeding just by getting 1 of 2 here.
Here is the second attempt. Dribble, shoot, good. Swish, and it's a 1-point game. A 9-0 run for the Lady Braves. Backcourt pressure by Star Valley's defense. 1:50 to play before halftime. With the dribble is Hanks. Passes across the half court, and now Lonsway will run the offense. 1:42 to play. Late second period. Star Valley is in the bonus with only 1 team foul on Star Valley, and Evanston turns it over. Travel by Hanks in the front court, and Star Valley a chance to take the lead.
It was Star Valley turning it over a lot in the first quarter. Here in the second, Evanston has kind of hit a rough patch here.
Star Valley inbounds with Evanston still pressuring the backcourt. Foster takes the dribble across the timeline. Works it to Mackey. No dribble pass to McGee in the left corner. Back to Mackey. Still on the outside. Wants to drive and back to McGee. Bounce up to Foster. Takes it with a jumper down the lane. Too strong off the square. Ball tipped but collected by West for the rebound. And then Evanston throws it away. Yeah, some unforced turnovers by Evanston on a series of possessions, and Star Valley has the ball right back.
Well, great example. Kind of like the Lady Braves in the first quarter, doing all the work and then throwing the ball away. Evanston did all the work there and gave it right back.
McGee will step back outside the circle and let the offense develop in the half court. The 1:08 to go before halftime. Lady Braves trail by 1 after Evanston had the 10-point lead. And there's going to be a foul on Evanston. West will pick it up. This will be on the floor, and send Ruby Hill to the Riverside Dental free throw line for 2 bonus shots.
Yeah, West got caught with her arm over the shoulder of Ruby Hill, and that'll be her second. We'll see if Coach Barker pulls her out here. Foul trouble was an issue for her in Afton. It was more of the second half, though. Only a minute 1 left to go. I think she's saying, leave me in, Coach.
Well,
we'll see what they decide.
Her sub's already at the table, so she'll come out after the free throw as Ruby Hill takes it and ties it 15-all in a 10-0 Lady Braves run. We can see what Star Valley could do defensively after the half-court offense caused problems for Star Valley early on in this half. Now it's the Lady Braves defense that has Evanston out of sync and a chance here to take the lead from the line. And she does. It looked like it might pop out, but no, it drops in. 16-5 in the lead, now 1 for Star Valley.
An 11-0 run for the Lady Braves.
Brown across the half court. Braves on defense, 50 seconds before halftime. Hands off to Hanks. Mackey's on her defensively. Star Valley still in the man-to-man. Number 1 defense in Wyoming 4A girls basketball right now, averaging 35 points per game allowed. Evanston currently at 15, 30 seconds before half. With the dribble is Cook on the perimeter. Feeds it to the right side to Fessler, has the screen. Defense stays right with her. Clock continues to tick away, down to 22 seconds. Evanston still outside with Fessler. McGee is on her. Picks up her dribble and tosses up top as we hit 15 seconds. Bounce to the elbow to Brown. Lost it. Double team. Back up top. Down to 10 seconds. Back to Cook. Spins. Drive. Double team. No, but a foul. And 6.8 seconds to go. That will be against Star Valley. Just their second team foul of the period, but not a good time with only under 7 seconds to go and to the free throw line.
They're going to get Ruby Hill for this one. And to the line will be Violet Cook. Cook, a 41% free throw shooter on the season. And first one's good, ties it up.
16-all with 1 more attempt to go. Cook shoots. Left side rim, no good. Rebounded by Star Valley. Nelson has it at half court. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Nelson drives. Shot of the buzzer blocked from behind. And the loose ball as the buzzer sounds. And we are tied at the break. Evanston on their home court on senior night. Tied with Star Valley 16-16 with the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show. Live from Evanston High on the SBI Sports Network.
Whether you're courtside or mat side this season, it's also tax season. This is your Miles CPA tax tip. Filing an extension on your taxes only gives you more time to file your tax return. It doesn't give you more time to pay. If you owe taxes and wait to pay until you file or until the extension deadline, the IRS can and will charge you interest and possibly penalties, starting from the original tax date of April 15th. So even with an extension, it's smart to estimate and pay what you owe on April 15th to avoid extra costs.
My name is Alex Finley. I'm the owner of Adventure Tire and Suspension in Afton. SBI Media has been great to work with, and they make everything easy to get set up with advertising. Right after we opened, they reached out to us and got us set up in no time. I think SBI is great for local businesses to get their marketing set up, and I look forward to working with them even more in the future.
To begin advertising your business, nonprofit, or event, visit svinews.com/advertising.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Halftime coverage is presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, supporting local families and communities. Visit Simplot.com.
Live from Evanston High School and the Simplot Smoky Candy Mine halftime show, tied at the break between Evanston and Star Valley. The Lady Braves and the Lady Red Devils both at 16. Now Star Valley went on an 11-0 run at the end of the half. Evanston ended that with a free throw before halftime to make it 16-16.
Yeah, it was 15-5 after that Emma Lonsway three-pointer to bump the lead up to 10, and Star Valley was needing some answers, and to their credit, like they've done so many times this season, they just chipped away at it, and now it's down to a two-quarter game.
That's right. Let's take a look at that score deep in the numbers with your Battleson Brothers Flooring halftime battle stats.
Well, first for the Devils, Annalie West, close to on pace for a double-double. She's got 4 points, 5 rebounds, 3 points for Emerson Fessler, 2 for Cassie Parker, 4 for Emma Lonsway, 2 for Madison Brown, and 1 for Violet Cook. The Devils out-rebounding Star Valley in that first half, 13-8. 2 of 4 from the three-point line. That was big for the Devils, and then 2 of 4 from the free throw line. I thought Ruby Hill coming in provided a spark for the Lady Braves on both ends. She went 3 of 4 from the line to kind of stabilize what had been kind of a shaky free throw start for the Lady Braves. They finished the half at 5 of 9. Ruby with 3 points. Ari Foster with the team's lone three-pointer so far. Hudson Kleeman with 3. Ambry Nelson with 2. Morgan McGee with 4. And Livy Kleeman with 1. As the Lady Braves, they've dug themselves out of the hole, and now you start all over again. The second half, we'll see who can build some momentum in the third.
That's a look at your Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home halftime battle stats, where you'll find quality, price, and service. A block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleson Brothers Flooring. Now let's see if we can give away a gift certificate to Swirl, all part of Star of 89 and Afton with a halftime trivia question.
Well, our question tonight, when was Evanston's last win over Star Valley on the Red Devil court? If you have a guess, go ahead and use our text-in number, 307-203-4637. And if you are the first one correct, you'll win yourself a gift certificate to Star of 89 and potentially spend it on some Swirl.
That you can. 203-4637. Simplot Smoky Candy Mine halftime show. Red Devils 16, Lady Braves 16 on the SVI Sports Network.
Battleson Brothers has new inventory on the way, so they need to clear out current stock to make room. Everything must go. In-stock LVP has been discounted to $1.99 to $2.99 per square foot. In-stock carpet is marked down to between $1.39 to $2.49 per square foot. Carpet and LVP remnants are also on sale for just 99 cents per square foot, located a block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
There's still time to get out and enjoy what winter has to offer in beautiful Alpine, Wyoming. Snowmobile in the backcountry with your own sled, or rent one from a local retailer. You could also enjoy the scenery on snowshoes or go cross-country skiing on our groomed trails. Maybe get out on the ice for some excellent fishing. And of course, stay a while with exceptional lodging and dining options. Enjoy the winter while you still can and book your stay in Alpine, Wyoming.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs, and by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. The remodel of the hot tub at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton has been completed and is open for guests. Kodiak has also begun construction for a swimming pool and additional hot tub, which will open for guests only soon. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
This is the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com.
Coach Erickson and the Braves back on the bench. Actually, here's some of the highlights from the first half as we continue with the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show. Join the Simplot team. Find positions available locally at Smoky Canyon Mine or at Simplot locations across the nation. Just visit Simplot.com. Now let's see how Star Valley Lady Braves have done so far with those Star Valley Health keys to the game.
Well, key number one is kind of a tale of two quarters. First quarter, I thought the Evanston press and their trap was really paying dividends for the Devils. Second quarter, the Lady Braves were able to solidify that. Points at a premium, that one's absolutely still up in the air. Who can get some points up on the scoreboard in the second half? Going to decide this game, obviously. And then deny, good post position on defense. I thought for the most part, the Lady Braves did a good job. In particular, Hudson Kleeman really getting over there to deny Annalie West, trying to get there before she could get right into the basket. Thought they did a pretty good job there. That's going to be an all game long kind of thing. So obviously, just like the scores, still some ways to go here on the Star Valley Health keys to the game.
Offering the keys to your great health, compassionate care, every person, every time. Visit StarValleyHealth.org. We'll have Millie Kazare in a moment with the Miles CPA courtside report. In the meantime, Dow, let's see if we have an answer to that trivia question presented by Swirl and Star of 89.
And our question tonight, when was Evanston's last win over Star Valley on the Red Devil court? And the answer is 2013-2014 season. Evanston won that one pretty handily, 37-22. The Lady Braves have won the last 9 meetings in Evanston. That was that stood out to me in the pregame prep today. So we'll see if that changes tonight. Do we have a winner?
No, we do not have a winner. We've had a few close guesses, but no winner tonight for the trivia question with Swirl. Of course, you can follow Swirl and the Giftery on their respective social media, Instagram and Facebook. Stay up to date on what the soups of the week are each week and their froyo flavors as well. That's at Star of 89, the Giftery and Swirl. Let's go courtside to Millie Kazare. She had the chance to catch up with Coach Kate Erickson and get his thoughts on the first half. Millie.
Coach Erickson said the first quarter wasn't what they had hoped for, but he did give a timeout that helped shift the momentum. He told me the focus in the second half will be finishing easy shots and converting at the free-throw line. We're going to win this by free throws, is what he told me. He also said it's going to be super important the Lady Braves knock down those opportunities. He also wants to see stronger offensive execution and consistent full-court pressure defensively. Erickson believes that if the Lady Braves run their offense properly and force their opponent to defend longer, it'll create fatigue and open up scoring chances late in the game. We'll send it back to you.
Another fantastic report, as always, from Millie Kazare with the Miles CPA courtside report. Find Miles CPA in Afton and in Alpine as we wrap up the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show. And, Dal, you were nodding your head the whole time as if
she's a freshman. She's awesome as a sideline reporter.
She's good, yeah.
Some great insight there. And, yeah, those are all good things from from Coach Erickson. And, they kind of got their feet under him in that second quarter. I'm sure that's what he's talking about. That's the thing about halftime, though, Duke. You got to come out and you kind of got to reestablish the momentum again. And so, yeah, this is anybody's game. We'll see which team can kind of get off on the right foot here to start the third Lady Braves ball.
Well, Star Valley has been a good second-half team, especially over the last few games. They do have possession, as you mentioned, to open things up. They're tied with Evanston on the Red Devil senior night as a three is missed by Mackey and a rebound with good box out from Fessler. She wants to go out in front. The ball's tipped but collected by Brown. And now Evanston will run the half court with Lonsway at point. 7:37 to play, still early on in the REIC Rentals third period, 16-16. And Evanston throws it away, trying to go to Lonsway down low. And that will be a turnover, and Mackey will inbound for Star Valley.
Well, and you know something else that happened in that second quarter. Cassie Barker picked up that second foul, and then she didn't really come in the rest of that second. She's a big part of this team, and now she's back in there. We'll see if that helps out the Devils in terms of not just in the box score.
Star Valley breaks the half-court press. Great ball movement to McGee, who scores, cutting the angle. A quick pass, and then right back to her, and it's 18-16. Beautifully done against the press. Ball poked away and a foul on Mackey on the down low corner with 7:08 to play in the third. Look at that was a bit ago.
Yeah, Morgan McGee doing a great job of testing, making sure that nobody stopped the ball, and the Devils didn't.
West has the ball poked away by England, and then West fouls England. And that's going to be, third on West. She's picked up a handful. It is her third. She'll have to come out of the game early on in the third period.
Third foul is 7:04 to go. First team foul. So both teams still in good shape there. But if you're the Devils, West is a big mismatch. And You missed her in the fourth quarter of the last matchup. We'll see how much time she misses here.
Still a half-court trap being put on by the Evanston defense. England behind the timeline, passes ahead to McGee. She's double-teamed on the side, ball poked out, and they're going to say touched by McGee. And McGee's face said it all. Coach Erickson's reaction said it all. Officials are going to talk about it. The first official said it was Evanston basketball, and they're going to confer and stay with the original call.
I mean, we have the benefit of replay, of course, and the officials don't, but I guess I don't see how it's knocked out of her hands out of bounds and then off of her. I don't see that.
6:49 to play in the third period, and a turnover in the backcourt, palming the basketball. Lonsway gets called with the carry. And so sometimes the basketball gods make things work, and it goes right back to Star Valley.
What do the kids say? Ball don't lie?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something. The kids say it.
I don't. Well, it doesn't work when I say it.
Nelson in the front court. Star Valley back with possession of the 2-point lead. And the ball tipped loose on the court. Evanston goes down to get it, and McGee will go down there to tie it up.
Barker did a great job of first off deflecting that ball and then getting down on the floor to make sure they kept it. That's good hustle play from Barker.
So it is a jump ball. The arrow favors Evanston, so they get it right back. Cook will inbound for the Red Devils. Star Valley backcourt pressure on defense. It's 18-16. Star Valley on top, but back on defense. Hesitation for Lonsway. Drive, score. What a take for Emma Lonsway. Ties the game at 18.
That's been an element of Evanston the last few years that's kind of been missing, that aggressive guard play, and Lonsway's kind of filled that role. She got 6 now.
England working against Lonsway and working against the clock, and Coach Erickson has to call a timeout to avoid the 10-second violation. 30-second timeout called by Star Valley. It's 18-all, 6:12 to go in the REIC Rentals third period on the SVI Sports Network.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
And now, back to the game with more live coverage of Braves basketball on the SVI Sports Network.
Third period coverage presented by REIC Rentals. And
Morgan McGee lost it off her foot there. That's tough after a timeout.
Yeah, so it goes right back to Evanston. And Evanston basketball tied at 18, 6 minutes to go in the third period. Up the right side is Lonsway. Makes a crossover move and gets caught up in the lane. Hits the deck, no foul. Ball loose, picked up by Evanston. Shake by Brown, no, but a foul. And this should be a shooting foul and put Madison Brown to the free throw line.
Foul will be whistled on Cam Mackey. That'll be her second team foul on the Lady Braves. 5:51 to go here in the quarter. And to the line is Madison Brown for the first time. First one is too short.
Stays 18-18 with 5 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the REIC Rentals third period. 2 team fouls on Star Valley, 1 on Evanston. And the second attempt for the senior, Madison Brown, is good. Lead back to Evanston, 19-18. Nelson, double team behind the timeline, hesitates up the side and across the timeline. Picks up her dribble, double team front court corner, splits the D and then gets fouled. Ooh, Evanston bailed her out. Reaching in, they'll get Madison Brown on the foul. That's the second team foul.
Second personal on Brown as well.
Inbounding is England. Goes to Nelson. Dribbles up and then steps back, top of the key. 5:38 to go in the third period. McGee to Kleeman. Right side England, corner 3. Missed it too strong. Rebound on the backside to Fessler. Hands off to Lonsway, who dribbles across the half court. Feed right side corner. Baseline by Brown. Under the rim. Scoop. No good. Rebound ricochets into the hands of Kleeman. Then knocked out of bounds off of Evanston. Goes back to Star Valley with 5:18 to play in the third.
Boy, if that would have gone, that would have been a circus shot.
2 team fouls apiece. 5:18 to play. Third period coverage presented by REIC Rentals as McGee will inbound on the baseline. Nelson with it behind the timeline. Defense picks her up. Dribbles across the half court. Double team to the side. Needs some help. Splits the D again. Pivots and goes to McGee. Pass tipped, but McGee able to collect it. 5 minutes to go. Quick back, another one back to McGee. No good. Got a rebound and put it back in for the score. A board and a bucket off her own miss. Lead back to Star Valley.
Morgan's done that a couple of times tonight.
Here's a half-court pass all the way down to Barker, who scores. That time Evanston beat Star Valley's defense down the court. Barker gives the lead right back to Evanston.
Yeah, Star Valley a little slow on that one. Barker made him pay for it.
McGee hesitates, drives, bounces down the lane and knocked it out of bounds. Stays with Star Valley. 4:37 to go in the third, and it's Evanston 21, Star Valley 20.
Here's the sequence here, a little give and go to McGee. Misses the initial shot, gets the rebound and the putback, and we got ourselves a tight game here, just like we thought.
Foster will inbound. Lob up to Hill. Ruby a couple dribbles, goes to Nelson. Ambry crossover move, gets to the free throw line. Runner in the lane, off the mark left side. Ball volleyed, a loose rebound. Fought for and falling out of bounds. It's going to be off of Star Valley. Trying to get there was Livy Kleeman. Couldn't quite contain it and out of bounds.
Good hustle from Livy. Teams have kind of stabilized here. Nobody able to kind of build any momentum as of yet as we hit the midway point of the third quarter.
4:20 to play in the REIC Rentals third. Cook on the outside, stopped at the free throw line. Pivots back to the backboard, pivots again. Bounce pass to the outside to Lonsway, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Barker. That's going to be a 30-second timeout, and we'll take it with him. 4:09 to go in the third, 21 for Evanston, 20 for Star Valley on SVI.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
Third quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is presented by REIC Rentals, formerly known as Black Mountain Rental. Visit REICSpecialty.com.
First called timeout by Evanston. Coach Barker has 4 remaining. Star Valley with 3 remaining. 3 on the inbounds. Off the mark, no good. Ricochet, loose ball rebound, still loose, and Evanston will come out with it.
Violet Cook found that one.
Still Red Devil basketball with a 1-point lead on their home court. 3:55 to play in the third period. Evanston 21, Star Valley 20. Both teams with 2 team fouls apiece in the third. Morrison drives and kicks outside. Robinette, nothing there for her. Morrison, left corner, bounce left key. Spin, shoot, no, but a foul. That will be against the Lady Braves and put Cassie Barker, the junior, to the free throw line.
Gonna get Livy Kleeman for that one. It's so hard because you want to play tough D. In that situation against this team, if you're the Lady Braves, play tough D, but make them make the shot. Don't bail them out with the contact here at the end. Barker to the line for the first time tonight. First one's good.
2-point lead for Evanston as McGee subs in. Mackey will sub out, so you have McGee and Nelson. Also, you have Foster, Livy Kleeman, and Ruby Hill down low.
Barker 55% on the season, trying to go 2 for 2 here.
Toes the stripe, picks up the dribble, and scores. 23-20, a 3-point lead back to Evanston. Little 4-0 run here for the Devils. Continuing to trap in the half court. Nelson out in front, and it's knocked away at the last second by Barker. It looked like Livy might get behind the defense, but Barker, playing free safety, basically knocks it out of bounds.
Good recognition, though, here, the Lady Braves did, of pushing the tempo up ahead. Barker just made a good play.
3:29 to play in this third period. Star Valley keeps possession. Foster will inbound. Goes up top to Nelson. McGee, left wing, threes away, off the mark, no. Rebounded by Barker, and it's Evanston basketball with the 3-point advantage. Here's the 3 on the other end, off the rim, no. Strong rebound by Livy. Went up and just got that one and came down strong with it. Outlets to Barker, who goes to Nelson across the half court. 3:05 to go in the third. Star Valley basketball still trailing by 3. Bounce pass to McGee, deep on the left. No dribble pass to Livy Kleeman, and now Hill on the left. 2:50 to play, third period. 3 team fouls on Star Valley, 2 on Evanston. Foster takes it right, shut down, and back into the corner to Livy. 1 dribble pass up top to Nelson. Evanston continues to play zone as Nelson drives, shot, no. Rebound loose, out of bounds, stays with Star Valley.
A little runner just hasn't quite fallen for the Lady Braves so far tonight, but they'll get another chance here. And that strong rebound you talked about with Livy Kleeman, Lady Braves are going to need more of those in the next 10 game minutes.
Ari Foster will trigger in from the baseline. Inbounding to the outside to McGee. Quick pass up to Nelson. Works to the left, feeds to Hill below the line, and kick back out. McGee, right wing 3, too strong. And rebounded it's loose, and eventually Evanston comes out with it. Fessler in the front court, works right to Lonsway. 2:17 to play in the third. Evanston with the stop, and now West on the right. Kicked it back out. 3 taken by Fessler, no good. And Star Valley has the rebound. Livy Kleeman again will take the board. Outlets to Nelson. She'll dribble across the half court. She'll get down to the post, and now kick it out to McGee, who drives this time. Jumper pull up on the baseline, missed. Rebounded by West. Evanston, now they go to Fessler, half court pass down the lane, no good, but the defense is there for the rebound, or offense is there for the rebound. Kick it back out to Lonsway. Fessler, left side, Brown 3, no good. No, it did. No, it dropped, but it hit the top of the backboard first. And so that's out of bounds. Hit the backboard and then fell, but it was up on top and out.
Boy, that close to getting what would have been a huge 3-point basket.
Yeah, that would have put Evanston back up by 6. Instead, just a 3-point game and goes back to Star Valley.
To me, I talked about reestablishing momentum. I feel like right now it's just kind of in favor of Evanston. Lady Braves need to close out this next minute and a half really strong.
Mackey double teamed in the backcourt, dribbles up the side and into the front court. Double teamed again to McGee. Minute 28 to go in the third. And Evanston's been in that half-court trap all game long. With a minute 23 to go in this third period. Star Valley trailing 23-20. Work the ball to Allred. Back to McGee. Wants to drive. Jumper blocked at the free throw line. Loose ball picked up on the run by Lonsway. 1-on-1 at the other end. No, but fouled. They'll get Mackey on the whistle. And Emma Lonsway to the free throw line. 2 shots with a minute 8 to go in the third.
There's that drive again from McGee. Boy, like a lot of hand on the elbow to me, but again, we have the benefit of replay. Foul here on the other end. Going to go against Cam Mackey, her third. 4th team foul on Star Valley. And Lonsway's free throw is no good.
With her third foul, Mackey subs out. Nelson, who had a real quick breather, subs right back in. So Nelson, McGee, Allred, and the Kleeman cousins on the court.
Lonsway trying to salvage 1 of 2 on this trip to the line.
Second free throw, too strong, no good. Deep rebound by Nelson. Double team on the baseline and clears it up to Allred. Allred will take it, almost across the half court. Does find Nelson, still be on the timeline. Now she steps across, double teamed immediately and finds McGee.
Boy, good job of being calm in the face of pressure by Ambry.
Here's Livy in the corner. Bounce to Hudson, spin, shoot, too strong and no good. 46 seconds to go in the third. Evanston down the floor, catch by Fessler, missed it, but the follow-up by West is in. It's 25-20 Evanston.
Lady Braves have been beat down the court a couple times here in the last couple minutes.
30 seconds to go in the REIC Rentals third period. Lady Braves now trail by 5. Evanston in the bonus on the next Star Valley foul, but right now Lady Braves with the ball, they need points. 25-20. Nelson on top, works left to Allred. Holds it, no shot, bounce over to Nelson. Crossover to the free throw line, kick out Allred along, too short, no good. Rebounded by Nelson, no dribble, put back, missed it. Fight for the rebound, Nelson had it again, missed it again. Rebounded by Kleeman, but out of bounds. No, they'll say knocked out by Evanston down low, and it stays with Star Valley with 4.4.
Tough shooting night for the Lady Braves, 25% from the floor, 10% from the three-point line. And shots just like that, getting close shots, just can't get them to fall.
McGee will inbound from the baseline. Lob up to Nelson, 3 seconds. Nelson drives, jumper from the line, tried to bank it off the backboard, but no good, off the mark right. And we end the third with Evanston outscoring Star Valley by 5 points in the third period. And the Devils have the lead at 25-20. Fourth period next on SBI.
In the American West, some properties are more than just land. They are legacies. Austin Callison and Andy Neild, licensed across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, specialize in marketing iconic Western properties, and their expertise is evident in the sale of the historic CK Ranch, spanning over 6,500 acres just south of Jackson, Wyoming. Trust the team that knows the land. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
The greatest cardiac need in Wyoming is simply access to cardiology specialty services as well as other specialty services. Patients don't have to travel an hour and a half or 2 hours.
We do cardiac cath procedures down there, which is the only cardiac cath lab in western Wyoming.
I think it's very personalized care. A lot of them are neighbors and friends.
I think it's really been a blessing for the community as well as all of western Wyoming.
Fourth quarter coverage of the SVI Sports Network is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison.
Lady Braves basketball to open up the fourth quarter in Evanston, trailing the Devils 25-20 on Evanston senior night. Star Valley needing some points, and they don't get it on that possession. Bounce pass stolen away by Lonsway. She wants to run. Nelson on defense. No. Rebounded by Barker. No. Rebounded loose, and Allred will have it for Star Valley. Double teamed and fouled. We'll get Lonsway on the foul. And a missed opportunity for the Evanston Red Devils in transition and off the offensive rebound.
Yeah, this was tailor-made here for Evanston. They missed the shot. Lonsway's been pretty good at that shot. And then Barker right there and can't get it to go. And then they commit the foul against Kira Allred, who pulls it down. Foul on Lonsway, her third.
Evanston still in that 1-2-2. Star Valley breaks it to Hudson. Goes right side, but it's intercepted and stolen. Taken down the court by Fessler. She wants to go to the rim. Strong, good, and they give the foul to Allred. Wow. Allred was hoping she was going to get the charge. She comes up shaking her head, thinking her feet were set, but it puts Evanston to the line.
Well, they were set. We'll take a look at it here on the Fall River Propane replay. I guess you could say wasn't necessarily square, but big basket there for Fessler. And she'll try and complete the three-point play.
Right now it's an 8-0 run by Evanston. 7:22 to play in the Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth period as Fessler hits the free throw to make it a 9-0 run. 28-20. Star Valley needs to go on another run themselves. They break the press to McGee. Quick left side to England. She drives the post and scores. You need that all day long from Avery. Aggressive take to end the run. Oh, and then a foul in the backcourt on Nelson with 7:11 to play in the fourth. It's 28-22 Evanston.
First basket of the night for Avery England. Tough one, too. That'll be, I'm off on my fouls. That's the board has that as just the second foul on Ambry Nelson.
7:06 to go in the fourth. Evanston leading by 6. Big crossover move by Lonsway, but then England pokes the ball loose. Picked up by Livy. Back to England as Star Valley has the steal. Nelson out in front. Defense behind her. Shields her. Drive. Runner in the lane. Off the mark left. And it's a rebound by Barker.
Been a tough shooting
now
night
again
for
behind the defense is Cook. And Violet Cook scores under the rim, beating the defense down the floor.
That's happened way too many times tonight, and Evanston's really made some hay off of it.
They lead by 8 again. 3, McGee, good! Left wing, Morgan the triple. And the Star Valley Orthodontics 3 falls to make it a 5-point game. Timeout by Coach Erickson. A full timeout. Evanston 30, Star Valley 25 on the SVI Sports Network.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
Technology in medicine is advancing all the time. Amazingly, Star Valley Health is keeping up with everywhere else. It provides people an opportunity to get care that is closer, but care that is the same or better quality. Our specialists are fellowship trained and board certified.
Doing care at Star Valley Health has made me feel like I've got a place at home that I can trust and rely on.
This is Bill Riley, voice of the Utah Utes, and you're watching the Star Valley Braves on the SVI Sports Network.
Coming out of Coach Erickson's timeout, he has 2 timeouts remaining with his team down by 5 after the Morgan McGee triple.
That's a huge basket for Morgan.
Inbound to Lonsway. She's had a big game for Evanston. Big crossover move and passes to Fessler. Defense closes on her by Mackey before she can pull the trigger on the triple. 6:17 to play in the Hayden Outdoors Real Estate 4th period. Barker on the left, right elbow. Back to the backboard pass, back outside to Fessler. Mackey stays with her. Up top is Cook. She's covered by McGee and forces the pass right side to Nelson. Ball poked away by England, but Lonsway recollects it and then skip pass across the baseline. Here's Fessler. Right side again is Lonsway. Defense doing a great job on the screens. Now right key shot blocked by Hudson Kleeman, and then a foul on Evanston trying to collect the loose ball. Beautiful defense by Star Valley on that entire possession.
Hudson's, they've recovered, first of all, on the kind of that loose ball. And then Hudson's done a really good job defensively the whole night on West and Barker. This time, Barker gets whistled for the personal. That's her 3rd, so she's done pretty well to avoid that 3rd up until now.
Again, the 1-2-2 trap in the 3/4 court stays in play for Evanston. Star Valley has England behind the timeline. Defense falls and a pass up ahead to McGee and in the front court. Screen set. Bounce left side to Mackey. Just above the corner. Defense is all over her. Spins, goes baseline, shut down, kick out. Hudson, no 3. Up top, McGee wants to drive, kicks out to England, takes the 3, and it's a swish, a splash of the net, and back-to-back Star Valley Orthodontics triples. That one from England. Again, a half-court pass down to Barker. Dribble, swatted out, but they're going to get McGee on a foul to stop the clock at 5:17, but the Lady Braves back to within 2.
There's another big one as Morgan drives and kicks it out. Wide open, Avery England. Lady Braves were 1 of 10 from 3. Now they're 3 of 12. Morgan is out of position here on this foul for her 3rd. Barker will go to the line to try and capitalize. She's 2 for 2 tonight.
First attempt is to it drops in, hit the back rim, but then fell.
It's been a very friendly rim on this end for Evanston. One of them didn't count as it bounced off the top of the backboard, but it's been a soft touch. Barker with 7 points, 5 rebounds tonight.
One more free throw to go with Evanston back up by 3, 31-28. 5:17 to go in the game. Barker looks, shoots, missed that one, rebounded by Ruby Hill. Star Valley basketball, Hill outlets to Nelson. She's working down the double team up the sideline and across half court. Feeds right side to Livy Kleeman. Livy holds and goes to England. And Avery will step back and now pass to Hill again, right side wing. Works it up top. Zone continues to rotate around. Evanston as the ball kicks down and into Mackey. Up Nelson. Double team there. England finds a seam, drive, double team, shut her down. Back outside to Nelson, splits the D to the rim and scores. Ambry, the scoop shot off the penetration angle. It's a 1-point game. And again, Evanston beats Star Valley down the floor. Missed the shot, but Barker is there, and she'll miss it with the foul. Both players beat the defense down the court, and it's going to put Barker to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Boy, if the Lady Braves end up losing this game, that's going to be probably the first thing they look at. Good look here of Nelson getting one to go up and in. That's probably about the 5th or 6th time the Lady Braves have been beat back on defense in a 1-point game. Barker's free throw is good.
She'll have one more, and that's the 4th team foul also on Star Valley. So with 4.5 still in the game, Evanston will be in the bonus for the rest of the game on the next Star Valley foul. Just 2 team fouls on Evanston with a 2-point lead, 32-30, and one more free throw to go here for Barker. Missed it. Deep rebound by Nelson. Still just a 2-point game as Ambry is across the half court.
All kinds of time here. Lady Braves need to execute.
Works to the right side. Ruby Hill gives it up to Nelson. Top of the key. Looks right, looks left, and back to her right to Mackey. Cam gives to Nelson. Again, top of the key, bounce to Livy, ball swatted loose. Livy collects and tries to throw it to England, but can't connect, and it's out of bounds. Turnover on Star Valley, and it goes back to Evanston with the Devils up by 2.
The Devils got just enough of that pass that kind of took Livy out of position, and then she kind of tried to bat it to the outside there, and it winds up out of bounds.
Lady Braves back on defense, pressuring the backcourt, and it leads to an England steal, scoops it up, and oh, they travel. Oh, the circus shot went in, but she did take the extra step as it was happening. I thought, oh, maybe that's a travel. Beautiful shot falls, but
oh my goodness.
1, 2.
I don't think she did.
Actually, now that you look at it, that looked pretty clean.
Again, we have the benefit of replay, but man, I still like the play from Avery England.
Timeout on the court. We'll take it as well. A full timeout on SVI.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SBI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Live fourth quarter coverage is provided by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com.
Coming out of the timeout, taken by Evanston. 3 timeouts remain for Coach Barker with 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the game. Star Valley down by 2 in Evanston, 32-30. 4 team fouls on the Lady Braves, 2 on the Lady Red Devils. Here's Lonsway on the perimeter. England on her, poked the ball away, but picked back up by Lonsway and has the outlet to Fessler. Forces the ball to Brown. Left key, no shot, kick out, tipped but collected. Lonsway still with it, drives, tough shot off balance, but falls.
Wow, she's done that a couple of times tonight. Not an easy shot, but she's got that little over-the-shoulder runner. She's done a good job with it tonight, 8 points.
34-30, Star Valley beats the press and the trap down the court. McGee with it with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in what's been a close game the entire way. Evanston at one point did have a 10-point lead. Star Valley went on a run to retake the lead, and now they have been back and forth since. Here's England, lost the ball, picks it up, gets almost tied up, and is fouled. 3:04 to go in the fourth, and that will be against Evanston.
Boy, that was a tight possession there. Lady Braves able to hang on by their fingernails, and they're going to call Fessler for her first foul. Third team foul against the Devils with 3:04 to go in the fourth.
Inbound under the rim and a foul. Great inbound play puts McGee to the Riverside Dental free throw line as she went up strong. And now Evanston quickly with 4 team fouls themselves, and McGee to this charity stripe.
And that's foul number 4 on Cassie Barker, so watch that. Morgan McGee to the line. She got 11 points. 0 for 1 tonight. That one's good, though.
Makes it a 3-point game. 3:04 remaining in the Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth period. Morgan McGee back to the Riverside Dental free throw line. Dribble, shoot, score. 2-point game.
13 for Morgan McGee. She has carried the load tonight.
34-32. Evanston across the half court. Lonsway on the dribble. Has the screen. The defense switches. Work it back up top and around the arc. Here's Fessler deep on the left. 2:50 to go in the game. Evanston up 34-32. A win for Star Valley would give them a 2-game lead over Evanston. A win for Evanston ties things up in the Southwest for the hunt for the number 1 seed. Evanston still on the perimeter, now back to the circle at midcourt. Ball poked loose by Mackey, but recollected by Brown. Brown on the sideline, hands off at a timeout taken. No, a jump ball call. They do not give Coach Barker the timeout. They say jump ball called first. The arrow does favor Evanston, so he's going to keep possession.
They talk it out. Coach Barker seems satisfied with the explanation.
The arrow does flip, though. Coach Barker stays with 3 timeouts. Inbound triple, Fessler, good. Wow. Emerson Fessler, a huge one with 2:18 to go in the 4th period.
Her second one of the night, and she's got 9 points in the game.
McGee, left wing, can't get to the rim. Kick back outside. Now Star Valley down by 5. McGee, baseline. Great pass to Hill, who scores on the left post to make it a 3-point game again.
Great passer from Morgan McGee, and a good job by the Lady Braves. They didn't panic right there and settle for a 3.
Lonsway drives, kick out, no shot for Cook in the corner. Minute 48 to go in the game. Lady Braves need a stop on defense. Here's a flick left key. Cook back outside to Brown. Minute 40 to go and counting. Cook again on the outside. McGee's on her, forces the ball loose, but picked back up by Star Valley, and then tripped back up by Evanston, and a travel on Cook. Turns it back over to the Lady Braves so they get the defensive stop.
Yeah, Lady Braves got the stop they needed. Look at this play by McGee, though. Gets around her defender, finds Ruby Hill, who's done a good job off the bench. And Star Valley now with a chance to tie this or at least cut it to 1.
1:30 remains in the 4th period. 37-34. Star Valley trailing but with the basketball. Both teams with 4 fouls apiece. 2 timeouts remain for Star Valley, and Coach Erickson will take one now. We'll keep it here. The minute 20 remaining in the game. 37-34. Evanston with the lead, and we'll see what Coach Erickson will draw up here in the huddle to try and make this a 1-point game or tie it up.
I felt like Coach Erickson always seemed to have a good play after a timeout on his end of the court. The last time they did this, it got a player right under the basket, and they drew a foul and was able to get to the line. I also feel like that's kind of where we are. The next foul in this game for either team puts your opponent at the line. So I think it behooves you to be aggressive to the hoop here, and it just kind of has a feel. Doesn't it feel like the next contact there's going to be fouls? And I think that's what they ought to do. Maybe try and get a good open shot underneath, but they should be aggressive going to the hoop here, in my 2 cents.
Well, Coach Erickson did tell Millie at the half that they were going to win this game from the free throw line, and it looks like that may be the case. Whoever wins it may do it from the stripe with both teams with 4 fouls apiece.
On that subject, Evanston shooting pretty much at their average tonight. In Afton, they were about 25 points below their average, and that was a big reason they lost that game. So Evanston's shooting much better tonight on their home court. Lady Braves coming out of the timeout, and we'll see what they have drawn up.
1 timeout remains for Coach Erickson. His team down by 3 with still a minute 20 remaining in the game. Inbounding is England. Goes up top to McGee. Has a screen and drives right, but the defense is there. Works it back to Mackey and around the arc. Nelson left. Baseline. To the rim. Strong. Too strong. No good. But rebounded by McGee, and she's fouled. Wow. I think Nelson was trying to get the whistle. She doesn't get it, but Morgan does, and now she goes to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
I think that's exactly what was happening, and I think she was probably a little surprised she didn't get that whistle. Morgan McGee does a great job of getting another offensive board. She's done that several times tonight, and she'll go to the line where she's 2 of 3. First one is good.
Cuts the lead down to 2. Big shots for McGee from the Riverside Dental free throw line as West will sub back into the game for Evanston.
14 points for Morgan McGee tonight.
This one to make it a 1-point game if she can connect. She does. 37-36.
Wow, what a game.
Star Valley will pressure the backcourt on defense on the inbound with a 1-point difference. Evanston still with the basketball. Nelson working the ball, tries to get the steal, can't get it. Matt Brown across the half court. A timeout will be called by Coach Barker with 57.9 seconds remaining. A 30-second timeout. Evanston by 1, back in 30 on the SBI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I've been dancing since I was 3, and I love it. I used to get nervous going places by myself, but I don't get worried anymore. Dance has helped me be brave and confident, and I am even on Desi's dance performing team now. I love being with my friends, and I love my teachers.
To learn more about how you or your child could not only develop their dance skills, but also develop as a person, visit desi'sdance.com. Youth and adult classes are available. That's desi'sdance.com.
Fourth quarter coverage of the SVI Sports Network is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Local agents Andy Neild and Austin Callison.
A win for the Lady Braves tonight will secure the number 1 seed in the Southwest, but currently they trail by 1, 37-36. It's Evanston basketball on their senior night in Evanston. Lonsway, big crossover move, lost the ball though, goes down to get it. We'll have a jump ball call, and the arrow favors Star Valley.
Boy, I was really close to being an open lane here for Lonsway. She's been pretty tough tonight. Good defense from England. Just lost it off her foot, and then it turns into a scrum.
England's been pretty tough tonight. She's done a great job on Lonsway.
Even though that one basket ended up not counting, I think it helped her confidence. I really do.
Now Star Valley a chance to take the lead. 37-36, 45 seconds remains in the game. Coach Erickson has one timeout, but doesn't need to take it yet. He'll let the possession develop. A chance to take it here with England. Driving, screen, defense is there, can't get to the rim. Kick out, Hudson for 3. No good. Rebound and a foul. Puts Morgan McGee back to the Riverside Dental free throw line. No, it's actually Cameron Mackey, I apologize. Cam had the rebound, and she goes to the line with a chance to tie it on this one shot here.
I like the shot, though, from Hudson. She was open. Now Cam to the line. First time tonight. She ended her last game on a bit of a run. It's good.
Bouncing and drops to tie the game at 37, 30 seconds remaining.
Huge clutch free throw there. You want to get that first one because you don't want to feel the stress of having to make the second one. See if Cam can give the Lady Braves their first lead in a while. I think it was 16-15 last time they led.
And it's good, 38-37. Lady Braves shooting well from the line down the stretch again today. Defense needs a stop now. Number 1 defense in 4A. Can they get it here? Get it done in Evanston. 20 seconds to go. Star Valley by 1. West in the lane. Double team. Kick out. Fessler works it up top. Clock down to 13 and a timeout taken by Coach Barker with 13.2 seconds remaining. He'll have one timeout left, and Star Valley up 38-37. Star Valley is in the bonus, but right now Lady Braves have their 4th foul, so you don't want to foul if you're Star Valley, because if they do, that puts Evanston in the bonus and to the line.
Man, there's that last sequence. What a big rebound for Cam Mackey. And Coach Barker doing a good job calling this timeout, sit his girls up. I got to be honest with you, Duke. If I'm Coach Barker, I'm putting this in the hands of Lonsway, and I'm telling her to drive to the hoop immediately. Don't wait. And then you got your bigs like Barker and West there for the offensive glass in case she misses it. At least that's my 2 cents.
Well, and you get the option of the foul in that situation too, and whether it's shooting or not, you go to the free throw line.
That's been a sequence that's worked fairly well for Evanston tonight. They've got the rebounding advantage, they've got the size on the low block, and let's be honest, Emma Lonsway has been hitting her shots tonight on those drives to the off the angle. So we'll see what they decide to do.
Coach Barker will break his huddle on offense. Coach Erickson on defense. Lady Braves have relied on their defense all season long, and they need one stop here in Evanston to secure the number 1 seed in the Southwest Quad. Inbound play for Evanston. They do go to Lonsway. England on her. Lonsway drives and scores. 7-6. Coach Erickson needs to get across the half court. He calls a timeout with 2. He doesn't get across the half court in time. And so Evanston Star Valley will have to inbound behind the half court, and only 2.7 seconds remain. You called it now. Lonsway to the rim. You don't want to foul, and I think maybe just a little too soft trying not to foul. The Lonsway is able to drop it in for 2 in the lead.
Yeah, she was able to get right to the 10. 10 points for her, and if I've kept my stats right, dude, she's only missed 1 shot tonight. She's been tough.
Well, we've been here before.
Yeah, we have.
It was Kelly Walsh at Afton when Morgan McGee hit the game-winning triple with about this much time on the clock. The difference is you are in the backcourt inbounding this time, and that one you were in the front court, so you're going to have to set some things up here.
I'll say another difference, though. The Lady Braves were down 3. They had to have a triple. This time, if they get to the line, they can tie it up or take the lead. So be aggressive to the hoop and see if you can draw a foul.
I just don't know if you have enough time to get down there.
Maybe not.
If you're inbounding back court, I don't know.
Maybe try and get into the body of an Evanston player and draw a foul. I think that might be.
I guess I've been wrong. They're actually going to inbound in the front court. So it's going to be Hudson Kleeman inbounding front court. Last time they went to McGee off a screen. Here they go. Inbound to Nelson. 1 second, 2 seconds. They don't get the shot off, and that's it. Not able to get the shot off as time expires. And Evanston will upset Star Valley on senior night for the Lady Red Devils. And we're tied at 3-1 in the Southwest Quad now between Star Valley and Evanston. Huge win for the Red Devils. 39-38 is your final. So Star Valley cannot get the #1 overall seed, and if both these teams win out the rest of the way, we're in a tiebreaker situation. We'll see how it all plays out, but for now, Evanston with the win on their home court. Star Valley will drop down to 12-6 overall, 3-1 inside the Southwest. Evanston advances to 11-9 overall, and also 3-1 inside the Southwest. And that will put us into the Silver Star post-game show. Silver Star Internet, better connected. Learn more at silverstar.com. That is silverstar.com. Again, your final: Evanston over Star Valley by a score of 39-38. We are going to go down courtside. Millie Kazare will be with Coach Kate Erickson. And we'll go to stats first, I believe. So, Dal, let's take a look at those.
Well, Emma Lonsway, the only player in double figures for the Devils, and it was right there at the end. It turns out to be the game winner. 10 points for her, 9 for Emerson Fessler on a couple of triples, buoying that total. Cassie Barker with 8, Annalie West with 6, 3 points apiece for Madison Brown and Viola Cook. The Devils go 3 of 9 from the three-point line, 8 of 15 from the free throw line. They out-rebound Star Valley by 7 on my stat sheet. Star Valley led by Morgan McGee, who had 15 in the game, as she was the only player in double figures. 5 points apiece for Ruby Hill and Avery England, 4 for Ambry Nelson, 3 apiece for Hudson Kleeman and Ari Foster, 2 for Cam Mackey. Lady Braves go 3 of 13 from 3 and shot well from the line, 11 of 15, but needed one more in this game, which comes down to a 39-38 Evanston win.
That's a look at your Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home post-game battle stats. Battleson Brothers, where you'll find quality, price, and service located a block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleson Brothers Flooring. And almost have Coach Erickson ready to go with Millie Kazare up here on top of the track and get his thoughts on a tough 1-point loss, 39-38 the final. Let's send it over to Millie now.
All thoughts on the game?
We dug in. We worked hard, and we went into the fourth quarter down by 7 short. They dig in, and they have grit. I should have drew up a better play at the end, so I'll just take as much blame on that last play as anybody. So I don't want Ambry feeling bad about that one. I'll take the blame 100%.
And what positives can you take away from the game and how hard the team worked?
After we got going, we was able to score, and we need to continue to work on that. We broke down their press a little bit, and we just got to play with more confidence, and we can do it because we have the ability to do it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, and I'm going to ask you, okay, so first of all, you did amazing, and that was an amazing game. You kept it going back and forth straight from the beginning. What can you say about what that means for the team and how hard the team battled?
It was great. We played good defense. We were all up in their grill. I think we wanted it just as much as we did, they did, and we just didn't come out with it, but that's okay.
And then last question, how do you take something like this, and how are you going to bring that momentum back in for regionals?
Knowing we play here is big, and just coming back here, realizing the crowd is hard to play against, but just keeping the same energy and just doing good in regionals, using it.
Awesome. Well, you did amazing, and I just think you did awesome, and we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Millie Kazare, the Miles CPA Courtside Report. Appreciate Kate Erickson and really appreciate Ambry. That's tough to do after a close loss like that. So, Ambry, thank you so much with the Miles CPA Courtside Report. And again, your final score, Evanston over Star Valley by a score of 39 to 38, and yeah, now that ties everything up in the Southwest on the girls' side.
Yeah, it muddies the waters for sure. And you know what's funny? Did we talk the whole season about how those cross-quad games don't necessarily affect seeding? It may. They may now, as if things end up tied in the quad, it may go to tiebreakers, and that may become a factor. I'm not honestly all clear on the next tiebreakers after that, but Lady Braves got a win tomorrow at home and then another one with Jackson next week, and we'll see how it ends up a week from tonight.
We'll wrap things up with the player of the game for this one, presented by Star Valley Skidoo.
Well, Morgan McGee had a big game tonight, 15 points for her, had her 4 rebounds, couple of assists, 4 of 5 from the line, including a couple clutch ones there at the end. Going to go with Morgan McGee for our Star Valley Skidoo player of the game.
Congratulations, Morgan. Star Valley Skidoo, top quality products combined with excellent service standards. Visit StarValleySkidoo.com. That will do it for the Silver Star postgame show. Evanston with a 1-point win tonight over Star Valley. 39-38 is your final. We'll take a break here. We'll come right back with the boys game in just a few. It is senior night tonight, so going to be a little extended break between the games, and we'll get the boys game launched as soon as senior night activities are all wrapped up and done with. So again, the final, Evanston 39-38, the girls varsity game, boys varsity next on the SBI Sports Network.